Hello everybody, let's have a quick look at the workflow in CLINSIS system in use with the equipment M2000 from Abbott. CLINSIS is a web-based hospital management system, and today we will look at the laboratory module. To enter into CLINSIS, just open your web browser and go to the application site. You do not require to install anything else than the free and open source browser called Firefox. You can use it on your computer running Windows, Mac or Linux, or from any phone or tablet using Android or Apple iOS operating system. Each user will be assigned its own user and password. The user security levels will define what functionalities the user will view and be able to use. Above, you can see all modules this user has access to, and on the left blue menu, you can see the functionalities the user can access within this menu. Every user has the ability to chat with other users from within the system, and also to contact the technical support for any online request. Now let's make our first test case. The most simple case where the patient already exists in our database. I will search for the first and last name, John Smith. If more than one patient matches my search, I will choose which patient is the correct one using the date of birth or Ministry of Health record, for example. In this case, it's the number 1. Now my patient is selected, I can view directly his test history. This is useful to check when the last test was performed. To record a new test, just click on New Exam Order. I now can modify the sample draw date and sample receive date if necessary. I can also register if patient is on ARV or not. Other statistical parameters could be registered too, like treatment start date or any other data you might want to register for your statistical purpose. The system is flexible enough so it can be adapted for your needs. Since we only perform one test on this equipment, it's already pre-checked. Should we have more tests to perform, we could choose which of the tests we want to perform, and we just finalize the order. When saving the order, the labels are automatically generated and printed. The first label is optional and can be removed if wished. It contains the resume of the order, and it is usually fixed to the medical order for tracking purposes. The second label is the one with the barcode that will be used for the tube. Please note that the labels are not affected by the freezing of the samples. Now my sample will be labeled, prepared and processed into the M2000. I can see all the samples that are waiting to be processed, filtering them on the status, in this case new or partial or new. So I have 2 samples to be processed in the equipment. Once the sample is processed, the result is automatically sent to CLINSIS. I can now see all the reports that are pending my review, and with just a click I can start reviewing it. I can review the result, compare it to the previous result of the patient if any, and sign and print my report with just one click. Let's make a second test case where my patient does not exist yet. So I first search for my patient, John Anderson. And since my patient does not exist, I can just create it clicking on the Create Patient. The data I entered in the search form is automatically pre-filled on my new patient form. So I just have to put the date of birth, the gender, and the institution the patient comes from, as well as the ID of the record at the hospital for that patient. Now my patient is created. The next step is the same as for the first case. I mean, just create the new order and print the labels. It's that easy. Should I need to reprint the label for any order, it's pretty easy. I just enter the report and click on the reprint labels, and it sends me the labels to print once more. Remote access can be given to the doctors or hospital in order to review and print the result of their patient online. Remote access can also be given to auditors in order to review statistical report related to the processed test. Many thanks for attending this video, and should you have any question, feel free to send me an email at info@clinsis.com.